What's up, yo? Um, I would like to talk about what it is to have a wife and what it is to have a concubine. Things that you look for in a woman that isn't too detrimental to you, because, like I said before, we all sin and none of us are perfect. You know, when you're dealing with somebody, yes, you do have to accept that person for who they are. But that's the thing. You actually have to understand who this person is, man. You can't just be dealing with this person based upon just looks, because you can be making a very foolish mistake. As you can see right now, there are a lot of baby mamas, a lot of baby daddies. There used to be a time where that was uncommon. It was uncommon to hear a woman refer to a man as her baby daddy, and vice versa. It was uncommon to hear people speak like this, because men and women used to be married before sex. You know, not saying that people didn't have sex outside of marriage, they did, but during that time it was shamed upon. You couldn't just be doing stuff like that, and like people would talk about you. They would begin to gossip if they know that you're doing things like this. That's how things used to be. Now, you don't see anyone gossiping about something like that, having sex before marriage. Like, actually, someone hear you speaking like that, they might even laugh at you. They might think you crazy. But yeah, like I said, so you gotta understand, man. If you're a man, you can have a concubine, and you can have a wife too at the same time. But the thing is, the man must have understanding of himself. The woman must, and the women must have understanding of him, and he must have understanding of the women. You know what I'm saying? You need to have a relationship with the Most High. That's first and foremost. Okay? If you're, now this woman is carrying a lot of negative spirits, and you notice this about her, you don't want this to be a concubine or a wife. Period. That is someone that is that's basically just another demon. You can't you don't want to be messing around with these demons. Somebody who's devious, man. At the very least, take your time with this person. Give it time to see what happens. If this person doesn't change, just stay away from them. Now, a concubine is someone who you've been seeing her on it for a while. You've probably been on a proper date or two, but y'all not really sure where this is headed. Y'all seem to get along pretty well, but y'all for whatever reason, you can't be in a relationship with this person, or this person, you're not quite hitting it off with them as well as you would like to. You need certain, there are certain personality traits that you look for in a wife that she does not have, but you overall, you like this person. You don't mind keeping this company with this person, you know. This is probably someone who's a good listener. You like to be around this person because she's easy to have a conversation with when you're down or something like that. So this is why, like during biblical times, a lot of men actually had concubines along with wives. They weren't just being adulterers, you know what I'm saying? That's not what an adulterer is. A lot of people would think, oh, well, if he got a girlfriend and he got a wife, he's an adulterer, he's cheating on his wife. No, that's not adultery. Adultery is when a married man or even an unmarried man sleep with someone's wife. That's adultery. A lot of people get that confused because technically during that time, a man, it wasn't really possible for a man to cheat on his wife if it wasn't someone else's wife that he cheated with. If that makes sense. So let's say like the king of Egypt or something like that, if he sleeps with another woman while he's married to the queen, obviously, technically he's not cheating. Because she understands that people love him just as much as she does. You know? And she also understands that he is going to treat her right. And he's going to treat these other women he's seeing right too, because he loves them too. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you never really see these women fighting each other too much back then. They understood things differently, unlike what you see now. Now it's going to be, if something like that plays out, something like that can almost never play out. It'd be total chaos. You know what I'm saying? I can't just say, if I'm married, I can't just invite another woman into my bed whenever I want to. And my wife is standing right there. I can't do stuff like that now. Now I can actually get divorced for doing stuff like that. My wife can take me to court and take everything that belongs to me. This type of stuff that used to happen, it ain't supposed to happen. Again, when these people go out and start rewriting God's laws, what you get is what you see. What you're seeing right now is what you get. It look crazy out here, don't it? But yeah, don't get it twisted, yo. Like, if a man is sleeping around with like hundreds of women, if he's the king of Egypt or whatever, and he's sleeping around with just God knows how many different women all day, every day, then he is referred to as a lecherer. He really is sinning, because basically, you just hoarding right at this point. That's the spirit of gluttony. That's when it becomes a sin. You don't need all that attention from all these different women like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the women who do not deserve his time, none of his time whatsoever, he's even sleeping around with them. You know what I'm saying? If it happened once or twice, okay, that's cool. Repent. Just repent. Ask God to forgive you. Don't do it again, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hold on to that shame. And you don't want to be shamed. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be shamed, that's because you're actually guilty of your sin. You keep sinning and you won't stop. Then you ain't got no choice but to be shamed all the time. Because you're a constant sinner. But yes, so right now, this current time that we live in, it's possible to meet a concubine. You know what I'm saying? A woman who stays in her place. She doesn't try to get too involved. She's not getting jealous of other women and trying to fight them and stuff and trying to fight you. There are women like this that are still around, but as far as finding a wife, yo, almost non-existent right now. Almost non-existent, man. There are good women out here, but it doesn't mean that she's the right one for you. That's another thing. It doesn't mean, it also means that you might not be right for her. Your flaws might be something that she can't overlook, and vice versa. You can't overlook her flaws for some reason. You know what I mean? Some people, sometimes you'll meet someone and you like them, but you can just pretty much tell that this is not going to work, not for the long term. This isn't something that's meant for long term. This is more like a friend. Again, it's more common to come across these type of women right now. You know, I'm not talking trash on women, because like I said, it's the same thing with the men right now. It is very hard for a woman to encounter a man who is actually a good husband. And I say a good husband, I don't mean a guy who pays all the bills and he doesn't cheat and he gives her all his time and attention. Nobody's that simple. See, that's the thing that a lot of these women get confused about. They want a simp. I had this chick at my job. She told me she was going to marry her boyfriend because he was a good specimen. I kid you not, bro. That was what she said about him. Yo, if I ever hear my girlfriend speak like that about me, it would be over before that sentence is even completed. I kid you not, man. I would never speak to her again. There's no way a woman who respects me would speak that way about me. She said he was a perfect specimen. He was a simp. That's why she liked him. If he wasn't being so damn simple, she'd probably be cheating on, she was still cheating on him. I don't mean to put people. I'm not saying no names, man. I don't try to, you know what I mean? I don't try to throw people under the bus, yo. I just use examples of why it's important to recognize sin, why it's important to recognize yourself, and why it's important to recognize the spirits that be behind people. I mean, because this girl was cheating on him with dykes and everything, man. She did not care. And she said she was going to marry him. She's already cheating on him before even getting married, bro. This is what I'm talking about. You have to do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. These demons are everywhere. And guess what? That same girl, because this is someone I used to work with. And you know, I don't want to. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get off her because I'm not someone who just sits around and gossip about people. It's not really my thing. But this same girl once told me that she used to practice witchcraft. And my immediate thought when she told me that was she might have casted a spell on him, turned him into a simp. Because I can't forget what she said. She said he was a perfect specimen. Now, for her to refer to him as a specimen, that implies that something had to be done to him by her. I'm just saying, bro. Those were her words, not mine. Yeah, speaking personally, I've met women who like me and they would see other women flirt with me and she wouldn't react whatsoever. She didn't care. She wasn't thinking about that other woman because she liked me. You see, you have people who actually think on this level. Not every woman thinks like this. Even if you and her are not in a relationship, if she likes you and she sees another woman flirting with you and you're flirting back with her, she will fly off the rails quickly. Some of these women will actually stab you. Like, that's why I tell people, like, you can't be just playing with these spirits, man. You got to understand what type of spirit is behind these people, because you would think you know this person and then you will find out you don't. You really don't. I have met several women, you know what I mean, who is just cool like that. She never tripped when other women flirt with me. That's not something I can control. If a woman finds me attractive for whatever reason, guess what? Some of them are going to flirt with me. That's not something you can control. That's not even something I can control. You got to be realistic, yo. But like, I've had like women swing on me before because somebody flirted with me. And they'll say stuff like, oh, you must have did something to make her do that. So let me get this straight, man. If you're a girl who just so happens to have a big ass, right? And you outside and these men, they see you, you already know what's going to happen. At least one of them are going to say something. How fair would it be for me to say, you must have said something for him to flirt with you like that? I mean, be for real, that's insecurity. That's a demon too. You are demon possessed. You have an ugly soul. You have an ugly soul and a pretty face. Boy, a lot of these men, they end up being statistics, bro. These type of women, the ugly face, the pretty face, the ugly soul, it's almost guaranteed. It's like I said, especially if she got a big ass, she got a dunk sitting on her back, and she got a pretty face. Yeah, it's a wrap. That girl can get you caught up in all kind of things, bro. She'll have you on child support. She can stab you in the chest and not spend a single night in jail. I've seen that happen before too. These women are deadly, they're dangerous, bro. You have to be careful who you're even dating right now, let alone married. Getting married is almost out of the question. You got to be careful who you date. These women be, some of these women be crazy, bro. You got to really be careful, man. If she has a problem with insecurity, this girl will do some of the worst things imaginable, bro. And you probably never deserved it, bro. And in her mind, you definitely deserved it. She see you exactly the same as that person who hurt her before. She thinks you're just like him. She starts hallucinating, bro. I'm not kidding. This is what happens, bro. This is how some of these men end up getting killed by these women. Because her heart was broken, and now this other person that she's dating, he might have made an error somewhere, but it wasn't that serious, and she just pull out a knife and kill him. Like, she probably see, because like there are people who flirt with each other, but they flirt jokingly. They have good friendships with people where it look like they're flirting with each other, like they're trying to get at each other, but they're not. They have a really close friendship where they can do stuff like that. Like, you could be flirting with a friend, but you're not being serious. You just joking around, making it brighten up that person's day a little bit. If that woman sees you do that, I promise you, bro, these type of women, she don't care if you're even just playing. She doesn't care. You might wake up and she'll have a pair of scissors between your legs. Just for flirting with her. Your friend that you was only playing around with. Trying to make her smile and have a better day. She look like she's stressed out. You're just trying to help her out. It costs you your life, man. This is what times we're in right now, bro. This place scares me. That's why I stay to myself. I ain't trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a douchebag. I'm dead serious. This place scares me, man. I've never seen such evil before. Not like what we're seeing right now. This is a very hostile environment. People are more likely to hurt you right now. People are more likely to steal from you. You know what I'm saying? And when someone was a thief or a pickpocket, that used to be shocking to people. Everybody would know who you are. You know what I mean? You can't just slip into the background with everyone else. Everyone knew who you were. But now, times are different. If something like that happens, well, I'm going to say this. Things are different now because he can just slip into the background. He can just slip into the background easily because now you never know who's a thief. It's not how it used to be. See what I'm saying? How I said that they planned and manipulated all these things to be the way it is right now. I mean, literally, man. Now you don't know who's a thief and who isn't. Little things like that have a great impact. It's sad, bro. They are turning this place into hell. They are telling these women to dress up like men if they want to, and they instruct these men to chop off their own penises, bro. They act against God. Act against God. Become completely amoral. And we'll still throw you in prison because we hate you just as much as you hate yourself. Bro, this is a demonic realm right here, yo. This place used to be very beautiful at one point in time. This place used to be the closest thing to heaven. There's no sensation of warmth anymore. The hearts of these men are like still waters. It's murky, it's dark. There's no warmth. I remember when I used to think about stuff like this, I would get so depressed, I would just sit in my room all day. I would get depressed, man. And see, the problem is, man, when you get depressed about stuff like that, if you have an issue with depression, the response is always the same. Give them medication. Give them some type of medication to make them feel better. And I remember I was talking to somebody I thought was my friend. I thought he was there to listen. I was telling him how there is no kind of medication for this type of sadness. Think about it, man. If you give me medication right now to try to cope with how crazy society is right now, you're not doing me a favor. You're actually what you're doing is that's like turning me into a crackhead, basically. That's like having a crack habit. I can't function without that drug. You'll have people think something is wrong with me, even though the whole reason why I'm messed up like this is because of the way this world looks to me. And I know I'm not the only one who sees this, but you're going to try to make me look like I'm crazy or I have an issue with depression. When in all reality, I have every reason to be sad for this place. I literally have every reason to be sad for this place. You sit me in a room with a doctor right now, and he tried to diagnose me, I would tell him exactly what's making me sad, and I guarantee he will relate. But professionally, we agreed to disagree. They're not your friends. Do you hear me? Yo, anyway, you ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time, man. If you're listening to this, man, I hope this helps you, yo. Because it's helping me. The instructions of the Most High is the only thing that can cure my sadness and my anger that I feel when I walk around this place. That sadness and anger I feel, and it's like, bro, I don't like how, and yo, I don't even want to talk about that, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. I don't like how it seems like certain groups of people are being pushed out of this society. They're treated like the outcasts and third-class citizens, even though they were born and raised here. These people come here from all over around the world, man, and they opening their businesses and stuff, and they're doing seemingly better than the people who've been here their whole lives, man. I'm sorry, that's not right, yo. Don't get me wrong, man. I want everybody to be able to sustain themselves, no matter what country they come from. What I'm saying is, why is it so many people here who were born and raised here that's homeless right now, yo? Am I the only one that's seeing this? All those foreigners that's coming over here, you don't see them homeless like that here. All the homeless people were born and raised here. They can barely even find work. They're giving the jobs to the foreigners, man. They'll take a certain group of people, if they're working in a restaurant, they'll have them slaving in the kitchen, bro, while they sit in the office at the desk. You know what I mean? This isn't about race or culture. Don't be confused about what I'm saying. This isn't about race or culture. This is about good and evil. These things are evil that I'm seeing. These things are completely evil. These things shouldn't be happening, but it does. These people bring about total separation and isolation, bro. They tell you to social distance yourself. Wear a mask. If someone comes on your property, you have the right to shoot them. You can shoot them right in the face if you want to. There is complete division amongst us for some reason. For some reason. I'm not imagining these things. I speak about these things because I'm tired of seeing it. I look at this place and I don't look forward to anything, man. I'm not looking forward to a career or a nice house or a car. I'm not looking forward to those things, man. And see, people will see that and they think that I just simply lack ambition. They get confused about what my what I'm about. They get confused about me. They get it twisted, man. It's not that I lack ambition. I don't care for this place as it is currently. I just don't. There's no love in this place. There's no soul, bro. There's like ice. There's desolation. There's emptiness about this place. And I know I'm not the only one who senses this. There's no warmth here, man. Even when it's hot outside, it's cold. In the middle of the summer, I'm living in a cold world, man. I'm dressed for 2 different seasons at the same time. That's a spirit of confusion that they're throwing on us. The Most High's wrath, thy anger shall be mine, he said. And you know what? I believe it. Matter of fact, you know I'm about to say, I don't believe it. I know that the Most High's word is true. Vengeance shall be his. There's no way that the Most High can want a place like this to remain standing forever. What for, man? There's nothing to build off of. This place is crumbling to dust. There's nothing to build off of, man. There's nothing but destruction going on here. If you haven't noticed, man, it is very easy for someone to just pick up a missile and just blow another country off the map. It's nothing to them, bro. It's nothing for these people to go out and start monitoring all the citizens, bro. Stalking and harassing people. And now you might be wondering why. Listen, yo, there are certain bloodlines of people that these people know about, that the Bible speaks of, man. They need to know who these people are. Like I said before, these people are scared. Do you hear me? They need to know who these people are, man. They can't just have this person roaming freely and just living their life. Once that person comes to realization of who he is, they understand just how dangerous that can be, bro. That's why they got cameras and surveillance everywhere, man. That's why they have an FBI, CIA, and secret services and things like they keep files and documents on people, bro. They need to know who people are. They even need to know your blood type. Think I'm kidding? What do they do with this information? If it isn't spiritual, like I keep telling y'all, what exactly do they do with this information, yo? Because you might be wondering, who cares what your blood type is? Why does that matter? It matters to them. Trust me. They need to know if you descend from the tribe of David. They need to know, bro. That's not something they're going to overlook. If you came from the tribe of David, if your family descend from that, you got the tribe of David in your blood. Oh yeah, they scared, bro. They would crap themselves in their pants. They know you came from that. They know for a fact that's where you come from. And honestly, man, I know for a fact that they know who I am. They know who I am, bro. I'm going to just leave it at that. They know who I am. And I know who I am. That's going to always be a problem. Whenever a man knows who he is, and they know who you are too, and you came from a background like that, I'm not saying that I ascended from David, but I know for a fact I ascended from one of the 12 tribes. I had to, man. I feel it in my soul. I see it in my own eyes. This one dude looked right at me. He said, man, your hair, he said, that's history, bro. I said, I know. And they know too. That's why they always try to get me to cut my hair. They tell me you look professional. But this white dude walking in, his hair longer than mine. But I gotta look professional. The hate is real. You need to know who you are. Either way, you're still beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you you're not. If you're out here being ugly, that's because you chose to be ugly. And I'll tell you right to your face, you're ugly. Your heart is ugly. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about your spirit. Anyway, peace be upon you, and much love to you. Good day.